all the members of Diablos have been defeated. We are now back to, specifically, we just got the White Witch and Alderaan up. So the next stages will be to see what we're going to deal with the White Witch, and then hopefully, start rolling into the actual Dragon God, the reason that they all came to Drasil 4. And I still believe that the orbs, the orb lacrimas are what end up keeping him so sleepy. So hopefully within the next couple chapters we see them all fully broken, because we know that there's one with the White Witch, and then the other one is still kind of left open. We don't know if anybody's over there or whatnot. The question I would have on it is, like, who would go destroy it? I think the only person really left up that the White Witch has that is anyone of significance is Jalal. I mean, there's always the potential reveal that, she shows that she has other, members that are the series, other characters in control, or maybe like somebody that's directly and original to her side of thing, some rebellious OG characters, not characters that were mind controlled. But we are going to be finding out some information from the persona of Irene, not the real Irene. It's like a coded copy of her within Wendy's brain. But we know from when the White Witch ended up going to join the guild in the first place that she was actually looking for Wendy, because she was worried about, this enchantress that, as we've seen, they have very, very useful powers in it when it comes to both healing, buffing, and status effect kind of stuff. And that status effect seems to also already include up to something like, a creepy soul invader in your body. And the separation enchantment, the one that is essentially the same one that Irene was using on Mavis to draw out Fairy Heart, is going to be taught to Wendy in order for her to undo the White Witch's possession within Toka. My curiosity in that is, like, what will separating her do? Because just because they separate her out of Toka doesn't mean that they're going to be able to defeat her. Does she have to have a body in order to do these things? Is it, is there a specific reason she needs one? If she's so powerful, like, shouldn't she have... Gotta be like Wraith, maybe they don't operate as a soul, or maybe there's, we don't know the limitations of her abilities, so we can't really say. But if she gets extracted, then where's she gonna go? I don't think that the White Witch is going to be beaten this early. She's got a lot of potential, and I think that the mystery behind her holds a lot of weight onto what we're being in store for. So, some form of pushback, some form of kind of like inconvenience to where I can see. I don't think they're going to defeat her, especially when we don't really know what her overall plan is. We just know, her issues with large quantities of magic and whatnot, and going after these dragon gods. So, other than that, like, we're gonna probably get, a glimpse over at the Grey versus Mira-Jane fight. Quote unquote fight. I still don't agree that, in a legit battle, Grey would have much of a problem with it. And mentally, he would probably think he would, because, as all these characters saw Mira-Jane as super powerful growing up. It's not the case anymore. Not only does Grey have a better display of capabilities, but his power directly counters her power. And Natsu, I don't really see Natsu having a fight again until the big battle against Alderaan. I don't really know who else he would fight. He can't really battle against the White Witch. I don't see the possibility of him fighting Jalal. Laxus is out, Makarov is out. There's nobody really present that he could, have a contending match with. The only other member of the Fairy Tail Guild that, could pop up that the White Witch could have under control and be of a threat to Natsu is Gildarts. If there's the possibility that, there is a possibility, if there is the chance that she has control of Gildarts, I think it would be not this kind of battle, but maybe in a Dragon God or two, bust out, the big man Gildarts in order to contend with the main character. Outside of those things, I just see, the White Witch having the orb that's with her destroyed, and then sending Jalal to the remaining one, because Jalal definitely, is the, I think, most likely factor to be able to go over and destroy the last one, because not only would he be able to get there really fast, it'd be really hard for anybody on the team to stop him because how powerful he is, how large his arsenal of magic is. The only person in the entirety of the main crew that can do anything to him relatively is Urza, but not in terms of a fight, just because they have that, the more romantic feelings towards each other, and he can't really fight her. It's always more of a, exploiting the weakness she has for liking him, and then vice versa. So I am very much looking forward to, one, Wendy gaining some growth in her Enchantress abilities, but also just seeing, like, now that Diablos is gone, getting back to specifically the Dragon Gun. Because though I did like Nebel, I did like Wraith, I wasn't very much entertained by both of them. I am hoping that Nebel ends up joining the Fairy Tail Guild. I'd be very curious to know where they would, like, Mishima would take the character, and maybe kind of like how Flare was when she got, when Raventail disbanded, as she was like, this is all I really knew. I didn't really know that, these things that, we did were bad, and the way that, we viewed Fairy Tail, and it just, we're assholes to be assholes. Maybe Nebel will kind of start seeing that, and, could become a little bit better. I think he would be pretty fun to be in the guild, hopefully convert, like, kind of fix him over to being a nicer guy, but have him kind of just be, like, this crazy, like, silk spinning dude who's constantly messing with people. That'd be fun. Plus, I think it would be useful to find out information from him about Diablos, about 5th generation dragon slaying magic, and whatnot, just to maybe, like, find out specifics of that. Because I still think that the way that it works is, intaking and eating the dragon meat will, like, process the whole, like, dragonification in your body much faster. And it's probably why they aren't weak to motion sickness. Their full body is being altered, because, obviously we know that the human body itself has trouble with dragon sense. But if you're fully, like, altering it at a further core than just, having this shift between human and dragon and then stuff in between, is you're permanently altering your base body, as to say. But anyway, other than that, comment below how your thoughts are about this upcoming chapter. We got, 12 more days. It's a little bit of a wait, but at the same time, the 100 Years quest, when it's been bi-weekly, there hasn't been any chapters that have felt pointless. Even the whole Fairy Nail part ended up having a huge character development and growth moment for Gray, which I think everybody was really happy to see, because that was one of those relationships that it's like, we need to see this move so bad. Let's just keep going. And then luckily the Fairy Nail kind of chapters did that. So anyway, comment below, thumbs up the video, friend, like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. But I appreciate everyone who's already subscribed. I thank you all for listening. Bye.